Hello， 大家好，欢迎大家来到白虎大师频道。今天给大家带来的这款游戏叫做 Sherlock Holmes， 第一章节。然后关于这个福尔摩斯探案的这个游戏呢，之前有很多部，然后最早可以追溯到2000年年初吧。然后因为我最早玩的一款福尔摩斯探案游戏是在2004年，当时的这款游戏只有一些简单的行走，包括一些粗糙的画面，能探索的地方都非常少。然后后来在上一部，就是这本作的前一部，叫福尔摩斯Devil's Daughter， 然后这一部游戏里面呢，里面就增加了一个新的元素，就是福尔摩斯本人可以有一些打斗的场景，比如说射击了，包括近身搏斗之类的，增加了一些新的特性。然后今天这款游戏呢，大概是最近刚刚 release 的一款新游戏新作。然后现在我们在开始游戏之前，先进入设定里看一下。我们看影像里面，目前我就是也是把所有的特效现在都开史诗级别最高的。我看游戏玩法，这没什么可调的，难度。我们先从少年侦探开始吧，因为这个毕竟是这种破案解谜类的游戏，如果玩那个难度较高的，可能在破案当中、解谜当中有一定的难度。那我们现在开始新游戏。
Ginger, that's what you need. A mouthful of the good stuff and you'll see the back of any seasickness.
Thank you for your support, John. Don't suppose you actually brought any ginger?
No, I don't get seasick.
Terrific.
Don't worry, Sherry. We've almost arrived at Cordona. I can see land through the porthole.
So much for docking by tea time. The captain seemed more interested in his maids than in his maps.
Oh, is Sherlock grumpy? Cheer up. We're back where we grew up. It's exciting. What's changed? What's the same?
Ugh. I'm starting to question whether the weeks-long journey was worth it. Travelling all this way, enduring this indignity simply to visit a grave. Even if it is my mother's.
That's just Mycroft's nonsense, still rattling around in your head. Try to forget what he said. I have.
I believe it was that this is a performative farce, a feeble excuse to avoid responsibilities, and that there was nothing to be gained from it.
You needed to do this. Enough of the self-pity and doubt. So we're a little late. What of it? We'll retire to the hotel and visit her in the morning. It'll be worth it.
Thank you, John.
And if you want to notify the captain's wife of his indiscretions, I will not stand in your way.
Oh, at last. I'm quite ready to get off this cursed boat.
Come on. We'll go together. Hey, Sherry, come on, catch up.
Yes, yes.
好了 ，WSAD 是移动，然后鼠标左键是与物体互动 ，L 是跳过。我们现在是129帧每秒，看来这款游戏对这个硬件的配置不是很高啊。它毕竟是一款解谜为主的游戏。 而福尔摩斯的前作戴沃斯的哦，谢谢。这福尔摩斯前作 Devil's Daughter 其实对这个游戏的配置也是挺高的。
We just need your signature. Would you kindly sign these papers, sir? Would you kindly sign these papers,
There
sir?
you are.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Yes, we have room 221 prepared for you. I see it was reserved for 2 people. Would you like a second key?
Oh, no, I think we'll stick together.
Very good. Rooms are upstairs, sir. Welcome to Cordona.
Hurry up, Sherlock. I want to see our room. I hope there's a balcony with a view. Hurry up, Sherlock. I want to see our room. I hope there's a balcony with a view.
在2楼。我们先看看这边是什么。可以跑。这是什么呀？我能吃一个吗？这好像是薯片儿和这个虾。
Would you like a drink, sir? Would you like a drink, sir?
只能问我，但是没法互动。这是奶酪，什么呀？那我们先去找到我们的房间221。228、229。这个游戏似乎不能跟 NPC 互动。哇，这像乐队在演奏啊！在这里。
I apologize, sir, but your room is not yet ready. Perhaps, in the meantime, you would like to relax in the foyer? Tonight, the restaurant is offering a complimentary marlin ceviche to all our guests.
Let's check what they have on offer. Let's check what they have on offer.
好了，我们看看，好，提供一些吃的、零食之类的。
Hey, Sherry, just our luck.
If seafood's not to your taste, everyone loves Benedict spatch. Our poached eggs with hollandaise sauce.
能拿吗？看来不行。
A medium, John. Haven't we been through this already?
Come on, it's not like we've got anything better to do.
Excuse me, sir, but I believe Mr. Galici is conducting a séance at the moment. Perhaps you'd care to have your portrait drawn while you wait?
Why?
Pardon me?
Why should I sit for a portrait?
Sir, it's art. It doesn't need a why. It is its own justification.
All things require justification, be they objects, systems, or beliefs.
How about art as the lens through which we see the truth of the world?
That's backward. Truth is not subjective and not complicated. It's just the truth. It either is or it isn't. You do not need a lens to see it, just an open mind.
Ha! That seems rather close-minded. Truth, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. So tell me, what do you see?
Mediocrity.
Come now, Sherry. What did he do to deserve that? The servant mentioned ceviche at the bar, Sherry. You should grab us some, and I'll find us a table. I'm starving.
找个座位坐下。 这问题周围没有可以让我做的呀。坐在你们中间可以吗？看来不行。
If seafood's not to your
Okay,
taste,
time to check if John
everyone
found us
loves
a nice
Benedict
好了，
Our poached eggs with hollandaise sauce.
现在找一张桌子，看来我们的哥们儿已经坐下
Sherry,
了
I'm。over here with my new Ursine companion.
这应该是华生，我感觉。
Cordona's even quieter than I remembered. It's going to be a long evening.
Ah, come now, Sherry. What say we amuse ourselves with a little game?
What were you thinking? Oh, promise me it isn't nonsense. After being cooped up on that boat, I am itching for activity.
No. As you can see, someone left a cane on our table. I simply thought you could identify its owner.
Ah, so it is nonsense. It'll take me a minute, John, at most.
Well then, you can deliver it to him as well.
啊，他们是旧。
Deliver it to him. And what are the staff here for? Aesthetics?
Stubborn, Sherry, too stubborn. You wanted something to do.
Slapping oneself in the face is also something to do. That doesn't make it worthwhile. But all right, let me take a look.
一张用来打发夜晚时光的桌子。
The hand grip is a head of a golden Javanese statue, probably stolen from a temple. The dents suggest it has been used as a bludgeon. A crest depicting a bulb of garlic in a meadow, perhaps the Fielding family or Meadows, or Craven, from the Old English name meaning garlic place. The cane is made of ebony, it's worn uncared for, and bears the scars of numerous hits. This cane is an expensive and ostentatious weapon. Its owner must be vain, volatile, and of noble English blood.
是把
Sherry, let's return it to its owner.
是把
You
英
noted down your observations in your casebook. But how are you going to find this nobleman?
The cane itself is not enough. I may have to ask other guests if they saw who was here.
这是一把英国贵族的手杖。夏洛克可以向旁观者打听有关证据的消息，按 C 打开案卷，使用 X 盯选证据，然后和某人交谈。现在就用手杖试试吧，按下详细内容查看更多资讯 T。
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Friend, you're lucky there is something I know about this.
这张桌子上曾坐过3个人，一对夫妇和一个海军军官。这对夫妇最近离开了，但那位海军军官还在大厅里，我必须找到他。
Well, even with your keen senses, Sherry, I doubt you'll find the cane's owner on your first try.
And would you be confident enough to bet on it, my friend?
Why not? Let's see how good you really are.
现在找到这个海军军官。会议军官。
Excuse me, just one question.
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
Hey, Sherry, don't we now have the perfect excuse to visit the seance?
I'm just going to give the cane to its owner. You will not persuade me to take part in this show. Is this familiar to you?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
I didn't see the owner, Sherry, so I can't help you find him.
”哇，这地图还挺大的。
Come on, if you hurry, perhaps we'll see the ghost.
This hotel, this island, it's full of thieves. First my cane, now the diamond. Take your hands off me! Do you even know who I am? Hey, boy, that's my cane.
I get that a lot. It's a very common design.
What? No, that's a custom-made.
A joke. A joke. It was left at my table in the restaurant. I thought it deserved to be returned.
Well, I'll be... It is rare to encounter a straight-fingered true penny these days. What a gentleman. But I must ask, how did you know I was the rightful owner?
Simple deduction. Your cane told me everything I needed to know. I was after a strong, middle-aged man with a keen interest in adventure, noble blood, and affection for strong drink. And if one were to go further, one may even be able to extrapolate your name from your heraldic symbol, Lord Craven.
Marvelous. Simply marvelous. That's me, Lord Andrew Craven. You are the real medium. You hear that, Emma? Well, you found my cane. Perhaps you can locate my diamond, too. Yes, you should do it. It will be child's play for you, Mr.
Holmes. And if a child can do it, then I'm sure the local police can suffice.
The police? Why bother? I know this harlequin stole it. The only question is, where is it hidden? Fine. Give me my stick and I'll resolve the matter myself. This thief almost confessed after a single punch.
I suspect a beating may result in answers of questionable veracity. Fine. I shall spare you and he the trouble if you first answer me this. How does a priceless diamond become the subject of a séance? It is an unusual accoutrement.
Emma wished to speak with its former owners. My grandfather told us it belonged to a Rajah, an Indian king.
So you were summoning long-dead Indian royalty, and, pray tell, you were expecting him to converse in English?
To be frank, Mr. Holmes, I don't believe in ghosts. But Emma was fascinated by the idea of meeting a real king, even a dead one.
Well, a crown is a crown. Can you describe the stone itself?
A yellow diamond, not less than 100 carats, and perfectly egg-shaped. There is not another like it.
You insist the medium robbed you during the séance. But what occurred exactly?
Ah! It was a dirty trick. We were sitting here in the dark, chanting and holding hands, as expected. Then something began to appear from the medium, like a cloud or a bubble. The swindler called it ectoplasm.
Ah, yes. Common in the spiritualist trade, and quite the spectacle.
Indeed, perhaps too much. My beloved Emma screamed in horror, and I stood to defend her, attacking that cursed ghost.
How brave.
But my hand hit nothing. The medium jumped away from me, and Emma fainted. I lit the candle, and the diamond was gone.
Stay here, and don't touch anything. I'm going to investigate further.
Don't fret, I'll be keeping a close eye on this thief. Find the stone, Mr. Holmes, and quickly.
集中注意力能帮助你发现周遭的小细节。当你看到一个手绘白色圆圈时，按下 Q 可以更仔细地观察该物件。
The diamond was placed on the table so that all participants could reach it. This must be the ectoplasm. Too bad there's not enough for a proper chemical analysis.
Ectoplasm.
Half a glass
The
of
ghost was
foul
here,
blair
Sheriff.
scotch and the remains of a Paul Aranaga cigar. What else does a gentleman need? There are light traces of rouge on the edge of this wine glass. This brooch is old and cheap, but the moth design has its charms. What happened here?
I don't know. The ghost. I summoned it as usual, but then it all went wrong. The lady screamed and pointed at Lord Craven. And there was a shadow. Such a mystical force. It terrified the lady. And it must have taken the diamond. Who else could have?
Do you feel the presence of any supernatural entities at the moment?
Are you joking, sir? My nose is broken, this maniac wants to kill me, and you're asking about the spirits?
I suppose this can wait. I will investigate, and the culprit will be identified.
But the stubborn brute Lord Craven blames me right now. As if I could do something like that. Perhaps you can reason with him? Please?
Seems like you're ready to delve into your mind palace, Sherry. I'm sure you'll make some good deductions.
Thank you for helping us resolve the situation, sir.
It seems there may have been an unexpected visitor outside the window.
Ah, I hope it was the ghost of the Raja.
这什么东西？
This looks recent. A shoe with a broken heel will surely leave scratches. All right, John. Do you think a ghost could leave this footprint?
I'm reserving judgment. Use your keen eye to follow the ghost hunting. This case gets more exciting by the minute.
安吉，看来这个老人要输了，他的蜂箱被洗劫一空，他的蜂蜜一个接一个的死亡，这里应该没剩多少蜂蜜了。如果你懂我在说什么，中午在码头等我们一起行动。
Help me, please.
I can't help you with that, sir.
Size 4 with a broken heel.
So, definitely not the ghost of a Raja? Unless... No, what a shame.
Our witness was a nosy maid. Searching the entire hotel could be difficult. Perhaps the other maids can help us find her.
我们现在去找其他女佣询问一下。
This reminds me of the fairy tale, Sherry. Will you find your princess?
Do you know anything about this?
You look like an honorable man. I have some information for you.
工作人员说，露西亚在工作室穿了一双日常穿的鞋，并因此遭到了主管的责骂。她现在应该在楼上的照片旁打扫卫生。在2楼。在这儿应该是这个人。
Finally, there you are. One would think a maid would be easy to find in this place.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you need more towels?
No. You are the maid who saw the ghost in the seance room, yes?
How did you know?
Simple. You changed shoes after breaking a heel while fleeing the scene.
I'm sorry, sir, but if I may ask, who are you?
I'm a novelist documenting the supernatural and those who witness it. Now, should you take a starring role in the tale, I will need your name.
Oh my. A book? And you want to include me? I'm Lucia. Lucia Saletta.
Something went wrong during the seance, Lucia, but no one will tell me what happened. You would be a valuable interview if you were there.
I was. And I saw everything with my own eyes.
Describe what happened during the seance.
A lady and 2 gentlemen were sitting at a table, touching their hands to something. The medium started to whisper and chant, and a ghost appeared.
A ghost? You're confident?
It was unearthly, sir. It grew from the medium's chest. A glowing cloud or a bubble. I pressed closer against the window to see better.
And the lady saw you?
How did you... Yes. She screamed and pointed, so I hurried to escape, and I broke my heel. But I did see the ghost. A sickly, evil thing.
And that's all you can tell me? Did you see any of what happened next?
The medium, Mr. Galici, he was doing something with the ghost. He grabbed at it like he was trying to catch it. And then I ran.
I suppose I should be grateful you endured these horrors for such a long time. All right, I have your account memorized. Good day.
You lied to the poor girl, Sherry. What a tease. She'll dream about being a character of that book.
Surely a pleasant dream is better than no dream at all.
Let's get back to the crime scene. I always love seeing you explain simple things to simpletons.
办公室在哪儿啊？
Lady Craven retired to her room to rest. Lord Craven remained here until the staff reported that the medium was locked in his room.
既然线索充足 ，Sherlock 可以使用假想重建过去，先从与节点互动开始，然后精确还原整个事件。在这里，你可以尝试把降神会的参与者放在正确的位置。
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
It all began when the lady screamed and pointed at the window. Lord Craven jumped up, ready to face anything, ghost or human. The medium shrank back in dismay. He was not expecting such a reaction and had to quickly hide the ghost. The lady was the only one left touching the diamond, at least until she fainted.
Amazing. It's like you saw it with your own eyes, sir.
Oh, I forgot that you were here.
The Cravens are upstairs in room 226.
All of this with Lady
It is one of
Craven.
our finest. The Cravens are upstairs in room 226. It is one of our finest suites.
那么现在
Touching a diamond, then she would have felt the ghost take it. What do you think it felt like, Sherry? A jellyfish?
看我们现在能不能回房间啊？还是进不去？226。
This painting looks authentic, but it's just a talented imitation.
Lady Craven is not. Lady Craven is not who she seems. Lady Craven? Lady Craven?
无意中听到两个女仆在谈论克雷文夫人， 他们八卦那个女人可能不是克雷文勋爵的妻子。根据他们的观察，他整晚都在向外偷看，并且想把克雷文勋爵灌醉。他们还注意到这位夫人甚至不知道他如何正确的使用西餐鱼刀。能进来吗
？You're here, at last. I didn't do that. I swear, I found her this way.
Well, I did have some questions for her, but it seems I've arrived too late. Now it's a matter for the police.
Mr. Holmes, you said it yourself. They're children. They'll only make things worse. You promised me you would investigate.
Investigate a theft, not a murder. Fear not. I will tell them all I've uncovered.
Please help me. The police will surely accuse me of Emma's death. You were the only one who can find the truth.
Fine, but only because it's slightly more interesting than the walls of my room. Tell me what happened.
Look, after you left, I waited in the seance room until the servants locked up Mr. Gallici, the medium.
And was your mistress there too?
Oh, so you know? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Regardless, the staff took Emma to her room. She was still feeling dizzy.
So you didn't follow her. Interesting. Where did you go instead?
To the bar. It had been almost an hour.
I see. And how long did you stay?
I partook of a well-earned whiskey or two before retiring upstairs. Ask anyone there.
Is Mr. Gallici still being held? And where did the servants secure him?
He's in room 225. But that pigeon-livered man at the reception desk refused to give me the key.
Well, I will have to visit reception myself then. Perhaps he will listen to reason. Now we arrive at the tragedy at hand. So what transpired after your detour to the bar?
I headed up to my room to find Emma on the bed. I didn't pay her much attention at first. I was still preoccupied with that damned medium. But when I realized she was silent, I drew closer and discovered she was dead. What's more, the diamond lay right there beside her.
Oh, well, that is splendid news.
Splendid? The return of the diamond will be cold comfort if I live out my days in a jail cell. You must help me.
Let me see what I can find.
Barely an hour has passed and you already have yourself a murder mystery, Sherlock. Why am I not surprised?
A remarkably simple lock. Aha, a neat hiding place. Why would she conceal all of this? Virtus audacta sapit, courage tastes bold. A unique family motto. Several £1,000s, that's quite a fortune. Fard Rouge Calomel Mascara, a real altar of beauty for the travelling temptress. This ring looks out of place among the others, and the design is familiar.
The mystery deepens. A victim with a checkered past and poor taste.
Strangled with bare hands, judging by the bruises. Strangled with bare hands, judging by the bruises. This must be the missing diamond. A tremendous specimen, now forever tainted. Everything was tipped out of the bed as if it was searched.
Do you think she stole the stone?
It's certainly possible, but we won't get her confession now.
Well, there is a professional medium right next door.
Someone was not happy with his post.
"我先去酒吧里面看一下，那边有什么情况。
Can I ask you a question?
That's a question I can answer.
Get to the point, Mr. Holmes. Stop wasting time. The murderer is getting away. Get to the point, Mr. Holmes. Stop wasting time. The murderer is getting away. I doubt I can help with this.
Do you recognize this ring?
Should I? That's a third-rate piece if ever I've seen one. I'd never buy something like this.
Did you ever see Miss Emma wearing it?
No. And why should she? I gave her enough jewelry that she could wear a superior ring every day of the week.
克雷文勋爵不认得这枚戒指，他确定从没见过艾玛女士或其他什么人戴它。
I found these jewels secreted away. Are you familiar with them?
Ah, it cannot be so. That deceptive wagtail. How could she do this?
That sounds like a yes.
These items were supposedly stolen from us during our trip. I must have spent hours reporting it all to the police. And it turns out she had them all along. The trollop. I'd kill her myself were she not dead already. Do something about it, Holmes. I did not do it. You know that.
So young and so dead. Another mystery to investigate, my friend.
我们选这个。
I cannot cover for you, Lord Craven. The facts are conclusive. You murdered your mistress.
It wasn't me. You have no proof, not a whit.
You entered the room just as Miss Emma was hiding the diamond. Discovering that she was the thief was the final straw.
Preposterous! I didn't know a thing about it until you showed me her stash.
A couple of whiskies go down fast for an alcoholic. That left you plenty of time for murder.
That's ridiculous. I am no alcoholic, and there are witnesses who will attest I was there for at least a quarter of an hour.
You have bruised knuckles, and you look a mess. The poor woman fought for her life, and you bear all the evidence.
This whole evening was a mess. You know I got into a scuffle with the medium in the seance room. Nothing has changed since then.
There's plenty of proof, sir. The police would certainly arrest you.
You scoundrel. You said you would help me. I had nothing to do with it, as you will soon see.
There is a more charitable interpretation. Miss Emma was a thief of unsavory character. Perhaps she threatened you, forced you to fight for your life.
Are you... You suggest I lied to the police, escape blind justice?
Your lover was a corrupting influence. She stole from you, lied to you, and drove you to violence. You deserve a second chance. If you apply yourself and some of your wealth, you could do a great deal of good outside of jail. I will tell the police what I learned about Miss Emma, and no more.
Well, even if you don't believe I'm innocent, you've given me a chance to prove it. Thank you for staying on my side. Gentlemen, when this matter is resolved, I'll see to it you are sacked. This treatment is unbecoming for a man of my status. Mr. Holmes, you are my witness.
Look at him, the murderer playing the indignant victim. He should be a politician,
He certainly has the means. I hope he also possesses the character to do better and do good.
That was too much fun, Sherry. I'm buzzing. Buzzing. Wasn't it fun?
A woman died, John. I was too slow to the truth, too hesitant to intervene. How can you...
Oh, lighten up. Those people made their choices. If you swan about with a diamond in your pocket, that's what happens. Wealth is a weakness.
So we must blame those who covet it.
With enough money on the line, Sherlock, a man will do just about anything. Even murder. And then we get to solve it.
I suspect you perhaps cannot grasp the true horrors of mortality, John.
Oi, I am aware of my perilous existence, thank you very much.
I must admit, even if the outcome of the adventure was imperfect, there was some pleasure to be had in the puzzle.
Well, Cordona seems more depraved and decadent than we thought. I bet you'll get another chance.
A bet, you say?
Ah, figure of speech. Just a figure of speech.
Damn. Well, take one last look at the view, then we must be off. It's time to do what we came here for.
这个案子总算结了。我们现在干嘛呀？能给我吃一个吗？
Sherry, I forbid you to spend another night here. The hotel's reputation won't survive a second investigation.
A free ride for every hotel visitor. Just tell me where to go.
Is everything all right? If you don't feel up to it, I won't tell anyone.
It's just a goodbye, John. It won't be difficult. I've already come to terms with my mother's passing.
So you really don't remember?
To what do you refer?
The funeral. Sherlock, you were distraught. At first, I thought this visit would dredge up those feelings, but you've been remarkably level.
John, I think I was too young to understand. I couldn't fathom why she would leave me.
Perhaps that pain is best left forgotten.
On the contrary, it's why I'm visiting her grave. To remember her.
我们到了个新地点，艺术品商人。
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
好大的地方，是哪儿啊？这是？这应该是一个新的任务地点。
Mycroft was adamant that we leave for London immediately after the funeral. He never told me why, but I saw how unsettled he was by the long requiem. The service was sparsely attended. Though my parents were buried separately, the pastor said they're united in heaven. I didn't believe him even then. I wanted to see her one last time before the coffin was interred.
I thought you wanted to remember,
Sherry. I
Sherry.
loved her.
Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
I feel rather faint.
You're fine, you're fine. It's over now. You remember?
Pocket watch. It seems familiar, John. Why is it here?
This is excessive, Sherlock. Can you not let the mystery be?
Rest in peace, Violet Holmes. Goodbye, Mother. Rest in peace, Violet Holmes. Goodbye, Mother. This watch was a gift. My mother's initials are engraved on it. The piece is in good condition. It must have been placed here only recently. A candle in a small puddle of wax. It cannot have been lit for more than half an hour.
Is this really how you want to spend this time?
This is my mother's pocket watch, John. Who put it here and why? Are you not in the slightest bit interested? A man in fashionable shoes stood near the tomb. The size of the prints suggest he is approximately 5.5 feet tall.
This is excessive, Sherlock. Can you not let the mystery be? You were about to tell me the make and model of tyre, but let me assure you, I do not care.
Well, it was going to be very impressive. Come on then, the trail continues ahead.
这个神秘访客是骑车来的，看一下。
He mustn't be far away to leave it unattended.
A portable easel was kept there. I hope that inspiration strikes upon visiting these beautiful vaults. At the very least, you'll enjoy the view. Yours, Mercurio. I hope that inspiration strikes upon visiting these beautiful vaults. At the very least, you'll enjoy the view. Yours, Mercurio. It's stained with oil paint. The Hospitaller crypts. If memory serves, they're located at the far end of the cemetery around an old tree.
An artist working in a cemetery? Do you think he'd paint my portrait?
我们现在去那个墓穴。
Be nice, Sherry.
Mr.
Make
Holmes,
friends.
did you come for another portrait? No, I jest. You gave quite the performance last night. The hotel was abuzz with your name. I must say I was rather absorbed in it all. The fallibility of men. Such scandal.
It was a welcome distraction.
Oh, my manners. I am Werner Vogel, art enthusiast and gallery proprietor.
Mr. Vogel, I was perhaps too curt when last we spoke.
Speak no more of it. Travel takes it out of any man, never mind when this is your destination. Once I learned who you were, the pieces fell into place. Your mother was well liked on Cordona in her time here. I was sorry to hear of her passing.
How did you come to possess my mother's pocket watch?
Oh my! It is quite something to witness those powers of deduction firsthand. Yes, I left you her timepiece. After her death, there was an estate sale. All of Cordona's elite picking of her remains. I couldn't let such a lovely thing go to those vultures. When I learned your name, I could no longer keep the watch in good conscience. It is yours by right, and I knew you'd find it here.
Thank you. I'd forgotten all about it, but the moment I saw it, I knew it was hers. Amazing what the young mind forgets and the older can recall. Rather odd, loitering in a cemetery.
I suspect you'll win, but I'm here for my art. There's beauty everywhere if you look, even in decay. A little darkness brings out the light. Now, a diligent observer might note that you too are loitering in a cemetery. What brings you here? Closure answers penance?
Closure, I suppose.
And what is closure? Mere proximity?
Understanding. Acceptance.
You didn't understand from afar. You had to come here to accept the truth of her death?
Of course I understand. She died of consumption, drowning in her own blood.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother.
I must have been misinformed. I'd heard otherwise.
Otherwise than consumption?
No, you'd know better than I. I'd heard talk of a police investigation, but Cordona is a notorious gossip. And what does it matter? She's passed on either way.
She has.
Well, I shall intrude no longer. I'll leave you to your closure. Do stop by the gallery if your travels permit. Farewell.
Are you all right, Sherry? Take as long as you need.
Whatever I need, it isn't here. We should explore Cordona. Perhaps there are archives that may shed further light.
He's odd, Sherry. Even odder than I.
啊，这是一个村庄啊，还挺大的。啊，这什么地方？
Are you able to help me?
Hey, Toff. You have exactly 1 minute to get lost.
哇，这么牛逼啊！
May I ask you something?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
这房子都进不去，哎，真没意思。我们现在快速旅行。警方档案里。
Extra, extra.
看看报摊卖什么。
Interested in some Cordona news? Check the front page. You won't regret it.
Do you know anything about this? Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Okay.
Is this familiar to you?
I'm sorry, sir. I know nothing about that.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what?
Look, the cutest thing you'll see all day. Hamlet staged by children. Yeah, I still see nothing.
You need to focus, my dear friend. Watch me.
So what's here? I don't see anything.
May I ask you something?
There is no amount of money that would make me talk.
What's up?
Here was our glorious stage. Ring any bells?
We don't need to dwell on the past, Sherry.
And Hamlet's mother, Gertrude, taking poison. What was the name of that girl? Oh, Georgina, of course. She was our neighbour.
Oh, I remember her. She liked you.
And there you were, the best supporting actor. My silent scene partner, my Yorick. Your presence inspired me and brought me to tears.
Yeah, it hurt to know that's all I could be.
Inspiration.
I couldn't even play the king's ghost.
How's that for irony? To be or not to be? Indeed.
I know why you wanted to forget. The show forced you to confront your limits, except no one else would ever see you but me. Why do you think I cried? In the end, the audience was thrilled. You can still hear their roars after the final act.
You were so pleased with yourself when the theatre director came down to admire your work.
What can I do for you, Sherlock? What can I do for you, Sherlock?
He applauded. A huge gesture from a man for whom children on stage was an anathema.
One small step for a man, one giant leap for students of the dramatic arts.
Childhood is a time of naivety. I cannot now imagine seeking a career as an actor, drinking wine all day and gaily treading the boards at night.
Yet you often pretend to be someone else in your search for the truth. You can't act like this side of you disappeared completely.
Quite. This, above all, to thine own self be true.
这个案件完成了。看一下案件现在还有什么？就是这个我找不到在哪儿啊。
Stark do this, Stark do that. I'm not a clerk, damn it. How am I supposed to get those records now? Yes? What is it? Would you like to report a crime?
No, I wouldn't. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I want to use the police archives.
Wouldn't we all?
I'm serious.
So am I. Officer Logan locked himself inside and he's not letting anyone in.
What happened exactly?
A tailoress from Scaladio's been robbed. Logan spent 2 whole days at the shop sketching the thief and she still insists that it's all wrong. That shrew drove him up the wall, she did.
But why the archives? Won't that stall everyone's work?
You bet it will. He's looking up all the thieves in Cordona over the past decade. Say one thing for Logan. He's persistent.
Would you mind if I talk to this tailoress? I could get you the sketch in no time.
Get off your high horse, mister. You think you're better than our sketch artist?
Actually, I'm quite certain I am. Let me prove it.
Well, I see no harm in it, as long as it gets Logan out of there. In fact, I need to look up some records too. Here's the address. Good luck.
乔装大师新案件。还得先帮他这个莽称凡人，我先去做这个任务。 位于斯卡拉蒂奥骑士路和圣三一警察需要给抢劫了妮妮太太位于斯卡拉蒂奥骑士路和圣三一道交叉路口工作室的小偷画一幅画像。在什么地方啊？圣三一教堂。在这儿。我现在过去。
What's up?
I'm
pleased to meet you, Ma'am. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm here to sketch the thief for the police investigation.
Oh, another one. I hope you'll be more patient than the previous sketches, Signore.
Can you describe the thief for me?
He was all ugly and beat-up looking. An utter rascal if ever I'd seen one. He gave me a nasty look from behind his glasses and then made himself scarce.
And that's it? Could you be more specific?
He was a total villain, I told you. How much more specific do you want me to be?
All right, never mind. I suggest we do it differently. You have a great many clothes here, haven't you?
Why, of course, but they're not for sale. I only do tailoring and mending.
No matter. I'll attempt to disguise myself as the thief, and you'll tell me if I get it right.
As you wish, Senor Holmes.
Where can I find the clothes?
They're in my workshop at the back. Be careful, won't you?
What can I do for you, Sherlock?
这个就跟鬼魂一样。我吓我一跳，我以为这是真人呢。啊，还得穿得得体，看看啊，这够得体了吧？
Look at this old chap putting on airs like some Italian doge. Why don't you disguise yourself as him instead?
We have a job to do, John.
Oh, come on, at least do him first.
Oh no, it's all wrong. You look nothing like him.
What is wrong exactly?
Why, everything. He had glasses and bruises and... Were you listening to me at all? He did wear glasses, but not like those. His were angular and evil-looking.
All right, I'll try another pair.
看起来恶狠狠的。啊，不能在这儿换衣服，好吧，我们到里面换。这也不恶狠狠的。
Your face is too innocent now.
What do you mean, too innocent?
There was something evil about his face. Like a moustache. Yes, the kind that all villains twirl as they plot their evil plans.
I'd say that not all villains wear moustaches, but I get your point, Mom.
哇，这个牛逼！小胡须应该就是这个。
No, those clothes are wrong. He was dressed in a very fancy beige suit. Must have stolen it from someone. No doubt.
All right, I've got it.
很花哨的西装，我们看一下。这里还有衣服吗？啊，这儿有衣服，换上衣服。很花哨的西装，应该是这种吧。试试这个。
No, signore. That hat is wrong. I told you it was a red.
You didn't tell me it was a bowler.
But I did. You ought to pay more attention, signore.
帽子又不对了，真烦人！老太太，圆顶帽。啊，就这个，穿的确实像个罪犯。
Something isn't right.
又怎么了
Something isn't right. Something isn't right.
是不是化妆的缘故啊？我们把妆卸了。
Something isn't right.
哎呦，真麻烦。
I think your face
这回终于对了。
Signore.
I beg your pardon?
The thief's face was all battered like he'd been given a good thrashing. It would have served him right, the stinker.
I could do without a thrashing, thank you. Some makeup would do the trick.
我们应该出去惹点事情，被脸上多挨几拳，看有没有这种被挨揍后的妆容。淡妆、老人妆，这个像被揍完的感觉。
Ah, it's you. I mean, it's him. It's him.
Excellent. Now I can make a sketch and take it to the police.
Yes, please do. That rascal is still on the loose. I hope they are better at catching than sketching.
Before I go, Mum, are you quite certain that you don't have any clothes to sell?
Well, I suppose you can take the police uniform. An officer forgot it here years ago, and I don't have any use for it. If you want to buy clothes, visit the outfitters. You can find them all over Codorna. I hear they even do free rentals now. Let me show you where the nearest one is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, signore.
咱们把衣服换回来。哇，吸血鬼服装，这牛逼！这个酷，怎么就这样的？福尔摩斯变成了吸血鬼，还能对话吗？
Thank you, signore.
希望没吓到你。我们现在要做什么？现在去警察局。
Hello again, officer. I've spoken to the tailoress and made a sketch of the thief. It was child's play.
No, really? And she didn't give you any trouble?
No, no trouble at all. She was quite tolerable.
Huh. Who would have thought? Hey, Logan, we've got the sketch. Come on out.
Can I use the archives now?
Well, they're generally not accessible to the public, but you really helped us out, so I'll just turn a blind eye.
I appreciate it, officer.
What did you say your name was? Holmes? Come and see me after you're done. I may have a proposition for you, Mr. Holmes. Sorry, I'm busy now.
看一下。我们来卖衣服的地方看看。这是个集市，卖菜的地方。这教堂进不去，看一下。哦，在这边有个卖衣服的。
We have a large assortment of finest clothes for the finest citizens.
这套看起来还不错，还可以租用啊，我直接买下来算了。帽子。连亲妈都认不出来，这个我们用这个。还是个被揍的看出来更舒服一些。
Perfect choice.
我来看一下。吸血鬼帮的参白。就这一套挺酷的。好了，今天的游戏就先播到这里，感谢大家的观看。如果大家喜欢我的频道，可以点击屏幕下方的小铃铛订阅我的频道，同时也可以在留言区给我留言。好了，我们下期游戏再见。